2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Brooklyn Nets. And for Brooklyn, the first half of the season has not been kind to them, and unfortunately, with their play lately, they're not exactly giving off the vibe that they're ready to turn things around. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, the season is a marathon, not a sprint. Lots
of ups, let me write that one down.
Just keep trusting yourself.
The season is a marathon,
not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaq-Stradamus.
Shaq-Stradamus.
Did you actually make that up?
Something that was already said many moons ago.
I've
never heard
and you're
that
acting
before.
like it's your original thought.
It is my original.
I've never heard that before.
It's not a marathon, it's a sprint. Yeah, get away.
Who said that before? I've never heard that.
Oh,
I got one for you, Ernie.
What's that?
E equals MC tripled.
Ah.
I've never heard that either.
No, nobody has ever said that either.
Think about it, though.
I've thought about it all I want.
I did the math. It doesn't work.
And thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you're enjoying your Friday afternoon. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to Denver.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
They slept-walk through that entire effort. Way too much talent on the roster for them to let that happen.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the fallout from the Nets trade with the Celtics in 2013, of course, is still being felt all around the league, and GMs are very reluctant now to surrender first-round picks unless they receive major league talent in return. Nobody out there wants to be embarrassed, Kevin, on or off the floor.
Yeah, some lean years in Brooklyn, partially as a result of that transaction. David, as always, thank you. Doors when the light finally goes on for a young guy, so fun to watch. Younger players who've got all the talent and all the world right in front of them, but yet haven't put it all together just quite yet.
It's amazing to me how quickly we can give up on a young guy who maybe doesn't find success right out of the gate. But the reality is you have to remember, player development is the lifeblood of this league, maybe now more than ever with the current state of the salary cap. So a little patience as a fan base goes a long, long way.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. And it's Covington in at the small forward position.
Impressive awareness from Karl Anthony Towns. Dependable at finding teammates with a terrific look there.
Here's Dinwiddie, defended by Gibson. Teague against Russell, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
On defense, the Timberwolves. Here's LeVert. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Dinwiddie's shot is off. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, I think when your bench puts up that...
Oh, wow.
It's crazy.
It's a beautiful jam.
Andrew Wiggins should get a 10 for degree of difficulty. That was beautiful.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's LeVert. And the three ball is good. LeVert's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Right, you like the mindset so far, Greg. If you give them room to drain it, they'll do just that.
Teague against Russell.
Boy, you love the hustle from the young guard. D'Angelo Russell making a play with the defense.
Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
Wiggins kicks to Gibson. Back to Wiggins. Pass to Covington. 5 to shoot. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Poked away. It's Hollis Jefferson, top of the key. Teague against Russell. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, this is a main strength of D'Angelo Russell. When he gets room to shoot from the mid-range, there's no hesitation.
Teague with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. To the middle. Here's Gibson. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Dinwiddie. And the Nets, another 3.
Boy, that makes them 4 out of 5 to start this thing. They're finding very good shots early on.
The Timberwolves trail. Outside Teague. Wiggins outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Wiggins has got 7.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Dinwiddie, it's tipped, and they get it back. Allen, that's good. Now here's Teague. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Denver. Wiggins outside from past the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Brooklyn will come the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
I think it's impossible for fans to understand why you can't shoot a higher percentage when there's no defense on you, right? Quality free throw shooting so crucial to winning. Well, you think about the Brooklyn Nets and Kenny Atkinson having a tough task of rebuilding this organization. It is still feeling the effects of the trade that stripped them of so many picks. But give Kenny credit for embracing the challenge and knowing there's a long road ahead.
And Allen with the block. Russell kicks to Dinwiddie. To the paint. Hollis Jefferson.
Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
Teague against Russell. And there's the pass to Covington. Here's Wiggins. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. And with Atkinson and the Nets, he said it feels like the team is a starter.
Right. Atkinson has taken a more hands-on approach with the team. He works out with the group. He does weightlifting with them. He wants to build the idea that the team is striving towards something together.
Russell kicks to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. The rebound by Gibson.
The defense not doing its job there. Left him wide open, and I'm sure he's kicking himself for not cashing in.
Wiggins passes to Teague. He dishes it to Covington. Here's Gibson. Pass to Covington. The putback. That shot no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Russell looking around. Pass to Dinwiddie. Allen dishes to Russell. Back to Allen. And stolen by Wiggins. Timberwolves trail by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Allen. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So much of being a scorer is finding ways to get open without the ball, Doris, and there are a lot of guys that do that very well in the league right now.
Well, you think back to guys like Ray Allen, who have retired in the last 5 to 6 years. He was one of the all-time bests. You think back to the Detroit Pistons teams and Rip Hamilton. They set the stage for today's generation. Guys like Klay Thompson and Kyle Korver, who are relentless in their motion and sometimes do it randomly. Outside of the context of the offense, they're just, because they've done it so often, the kind of movement they create puts tremendous stress on your defense. Well, you think about the Minnesota Timberwolves becoming one of the premier offensive teams in the league. They have a huge advantage in free throw attempts and limiting turnovers. 2 things that have really set this group apart.
Davis is checked in for Brooklyn. Damari Carroll comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And Doris, you look at the Wolves offense. Have they maxed out how good they can be?
I think one area they have to look at is in this age of the three-pointer, they were one of the league's lowest in three-point attempts. To me, they've got to boost that number, and I think they also need to look to attack in transition. They've certainly got enough weapons.
Napier, he's checked in for LeVert. And a change for the Timberwolves. Luol Deng is checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Rose with the ball for Minnesota. 8-point game. Plays it up and banks it in. Rose has got his first points in this one.
Well, Kevin, that's simply about feel, right? Derrick Rose in pick-and-roll situations has such a good feel for the right decision.
A drive by Russell. Now the feed to Allen. Pass to Davis. The Nets working the ball around now. Shot clock at 5. Here's Russell. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Timberwolves trail by 6. Here's Saric. He doesn't hit that one. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. It's stolen by Carroll. Nets have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Kicks to Allen. Up top, Russell. He's covered by Deng. Here's Napier. They get it again. Russell from long range. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Wiggins outside. Here's Saric. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Nets leading by 9. Napier feeling it out a bit. Outside, Russell. Pulls it from the elbow. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
I think the one constant with Tom Thibodeau is you can always hear his voice the entire game. Doesn't matter if you're up 20 or down 20, you will hear Tom Thibodeau on the sideline.
Harris is checked in for the Nets. Timberwolves also changing it up. Zhang comes in for Towns. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Wiggins. Timberwolves trail by 11. Left side, Rose. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. And hearing Coach Tom Thibodeau, some have described his voice as part growl, part bark.
He's very intense, Kevin, and I think the one thing you know about Tom Thibodeau, he likes to say, there is a price to pay. It's all about the work you put in.
Good, nice play there from Napier.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Outside, Russell. Davis on the follow. And the Nets lead by 11.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Jones finds Rose. And here is Sharch. Napier covering. The shot by Sharch. No good. Here's Russell. Here's Davis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A moment here to see the numbers for D'Angelo Russell. Averaging about 23 points per, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
I think defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed, Greg. And that's why he's his team's leading scorer.
And that one falls for Davis. So many aspects go into developing Doris, a winning team, coaching players, all the front office moves. How much do you think ownership affects that equation?
Well, I think it's absolutely critical. Leadership starts at the top down. And what kind of organization do you want? What kinds of behaviors will you tolerate? What kinds of things do you emphasize in terms of what you want your culture to be about? And to me, that starts at the top. When you look at the organizations that have great history with sustained success, it starts at the top with ownership.
I like your word culture there. That makes so much sense. A minute 50 left in the first quarter. Here's Dang, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And now that that final debt, Doris, has been paid, it must feel like a huge relief for Nets fans to be done with that trade they made with Boston.
Well, you hate to say it, but trading for KG, Pierce, and Terry back in 2013 turned out to be a disaster for the Nets. Probably set the organization back a good 5 years. They must be thrilled to be out from under the weight of that mistake.
Good on both. 1:44 left to play in the first. Napier with it. 9 points last game. Rose against Russell. 6 to shoot. Harris outside. But they get it back. Shot clock at 6. Second chance shot. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game. How about he has yet to miss? 4-4 to start.
59 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Napier, defended by Jones. Now Russell. 14 points from him the last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Really, he exposed a lot of seams in the defense with his passing, too. That assist total was impressive.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Well, we call that crowding the shooter, right? You don't give up an inch. It's just perfect defense.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
19 seconds left to play here in the first. Napier kicks to Carroll. Fires from deep. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Boy, some long-distance damage being done by Damari Carroll. Evidence of the work he's put in that perimeter shooting.
Now the pass to Jones. And he's good on the 3 ball. Jones has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns, knows it's important to keep his teammates involved.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar, you know, so making sure you're not just being a ball hog. So I'm just always trying to make sure that I'm taking wide open shots that I think everyone on the team would love for me to take if I have the opportunity. But also at the end of the day, making sure everyone gets a chance to be in the candy shop.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second-chance points.
Well, I don't think the defense has been very good. And right now they're letting them pounce all over them and get second-chance opportunities.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. Jared Dudley out there with Davis. Then there's Shabazz Napier. Then it's Damari Carroll. And it's Russell in at the shooting guard position. The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. Knocked loose. Here's Carroll. Sinks that one from the post. And now an 11-point Nets lead.
Well, this score is all about Damari Carroll getting himself good post position. If you allow him that deep, turn the lights out, Kevin.
Rose kicks to Zhang. Rose up on top. He's coming off a 19-point game against Denver. The shot by Sharch, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Pass to Carroll. Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Deng. Zhang finds Jones. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Ed Davis.
Clearly a foul.
Well, think about the Minnesota native Tyus Jones. His poise at the point guard spot is what stands out to me, guys. Here's a terrific IQ and an unbelievable sense for how to run a team. Tyus Jones, we're just getting the best of him now.
That one is off. And Tyus Jones, Doris, won a national championship at Duke. He was the outstanding player in the Final Four, but only the 24th pick in 2015. What caused him to slip?
Well, I think one of the questions you had was athletically, could he match up at the point guard position in today's NBA? But I think what you absolutely love about Tyus Jones, just as you stated, he won a national championship. This guy has been a winner. And I think his skill level, the intangibles, his ability to run a team, there's a lot to like about this young man's game.
And Brooklyn with another turnover here. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for Brooklyn.
And boy, they've been producing points both inside and out. That kind of symmetry offensively is a great sign, and it's correlated with their early success.
LeVert's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Davis in the corner. And the rejection by Zhang.
Well, the timing, a very natural aspect of what Gorgui Zhang does on the defensive end.
A nice shot by Teague.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Napier passes to Hollis Jefferson. Had a hand on it, and he recovers it. They recover it. The putback missed it, even after all those chances. Here's Jones. Lays it up off the glass. Jones has got 6 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Passes it to LeVert. Over Jones. Good on the 13-footer. 8 points for him.
At 6'7", Karis LeVert knows how to use that size, especially inside. He knows how to handle himself in there.
Outside Teague. He kicks to Jang. Covington trying to break free. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Jang.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Napier passes to LeVert. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas. And the rejection by Jang. And he's able to get it back. Timberwolves trail by 6. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, Taj Gibson is a big-time power player. This guy remarkable at getting hit and able to finish nonetheless. Well, Taj Gibson is playing a career high in minutes with the Timberwolves. This guy is in his early 30s. He's kept himself in unbelievable physical shape every single year. He's now healthy. And I'll say this, Taj Gibson is one of those guys you want in the trenches with you. You know what you're going to get on a night-by-night basis.
And Doris, you were talking about the responsibility for Taj Gibson with the Wolves. Coach Thibodeau bringing in the seasoned veterans to complement the young talent.
Well, Kevin, Taj Gibson is exactly the kind of influence and teammate you want, both on the floor and in the locker room. Here's a hard-working, defensive-minded player. He's made the playoffs in just about every season he has been in the league. And he has proven on the offensive end that you can play through him in the post. So much to love about Taj Gibson.
Here's Wiggins, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Some contact inside. Wiggins playing big and will go to the charity stripe.
The Timberwolves have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. That free throw, no good.
Well, you think about Andrew Wiggins, guys, signing that max deal in 2017. Timberwolves ownership, though, wanted to sit down with Wiggins to hear him commit to being a better player. Pretty unusual stuff.
And he sinks the second. And on the heels of that contract extension, all of Andrew Wiggins' shooting percentages fell last season. Doris, you think a cause for concern for the Timberwolves?
Well, I think obviously, Kevin, anytime you've committed almost $30 million a season to one guy, the expectations are going to be sky high. For me, Andrew Wiggins needs to just stay consistent. We are talking about a guy with elite athleticism, plenty to take advantage on the offensive end. It's a question for me of, does Andrew Wiggins want to be great? Because the potential is there.
It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Sunday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
To the wing right side. To the middle. There's Hollis Jefferson. It's good. Hollis Jefferson's got 6.
Well, the heart of Hollis Jefferson, just incredible. This guy finishes despite the tremendous contact.
T kicks to Covington. From 12 feet out. A three-pointer. Wiggins. That's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Gibson.
And let's check out some of the numbers here on Karl Anthony Towns. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. 11th in rebounding, 14th in free throw percentage, and of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in block spurt.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins. Brooklyn shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
2 shots.
Free throw drops for Napier.
Well, the Brooklyn Nets, one of the younger teams in the league this year and last year. And obviously, with young teams and with the style of play, turnovers are going to be something you've got to contend with along the way.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Allen's checked in. Gibson finds Covington. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Boy, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
And along with the turnovers, outside shooting can be a problem for the Nets.
Well, think about it, Kevin. I think there's a fundamental belief in today's NBA that you need to shoot the 3 to win at a high level. So even though this organization right now doesn't have a ton of lights-out shooters, they are committed to getting that style established in their franchise.
Harris is checked in for the Nets. It's Allen on the wing, defended by Towns. Back to Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
Well, Karis LeVert has great size to see over the defense and terrific vision there.
T kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Towns. Over Allen. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Nets leading by 5. In the corner, Napier with it. A 3-pointer off the mark. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Down low, Gibson. Wiggins trying to free himself up. And it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Teague. Gibson's got 9 points.
It matters not if you have a hand up in contest. Taj Gibson feels like he can score now on the low post.
Napier passes to LeVert. Hollis Jefferson, good. 8 points for him.
Really nice job inside that time. The defense unable to react quick enough to stop him. Boy, he is fast.
Outside Teague. Kicks to Wiggins. Dishes it to Towns. Over Allen. Towns, no luck.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, classic example of crowding the shooter, not letting him get comfortable in the mid-range.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The pass to Covington. He kicks it to Towns. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Well, there's an efficiency with which Karl Anthony Towns can work when he's in the painted area. That is nicely done.
Here's Napier. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Rebound, Minnesota.
Hey, we're not seeing the best quarter by this guy, and he's lost his feel a little bit.
Teague dishes to Towns. Teague left side. Back to Towns. Rebound, Brooklyn. Hollis Jefferson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's foul number 2 for him. So for the Nets, Damari Carroll comes in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Napier. And then for Minnesota, Saric comes in for Taj Gibson. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Teague. Harris against Covington. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Well, defense is a big part of these players' games as the top shot blockers among small forwards this season. You take a look at Covington, an intimidating defender, 3rd in the league. And, of course, Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Same can be said about him.
And that's a group of perhaps the most well-rounded defenders in our league. Solid on the perimeter with the ability to block shots on the interior.
You know, that's a defensive combination you're sort of always looking for in wing players. Strong on the ground, strong in the air. There is no safe ground when one of them is on patrol.
Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
Free throw good, Wiggins. You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but, you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage. Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Russell kicks to Harris. With some arc. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Rose against Russell. Higgins outside. The kick out to Towns. Fires for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Towns has got 5 points so far.
Paid zero attention to excellent defense. Karl Anthony Towns, great concentration and delivery.
Allen's shot is off.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
Sharch finds Towns. Banked in off the glass. Towns has got 7 points here in this quarter.
You know, rough start for him, but he seems to have turned the corner here in the second period.
Russell against Rose. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Russell's got the game tied up here for the Nets. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Timberwolves. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Wiggins passes to Sharch. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Brooklyn's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Allen dishes to Dinwiddie. Pass to Carroll. Puts up a 3. Sinks the triple. He's got 8.
And that's how you answer back.
Well, you can tell that was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Rose kicks to Towns. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's Carroll on the wing. Allen finds Carroll. Up in time. No good on the last second attempt there.
Well, with the size and the foot speed and the feel on the defensive end, you see how easily Towns can contest shots.
Tie game in Brooklyn. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. It was a fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. They led by as many as 12 points, fueled by tough defense and great offense. Things started to even out as the quarter progressed, as their lead was cut to just 1 by the end of the first. Moving into the second quarter, they cooled off just a bit, but still played a competitive quarter, now tied at the half. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Whatever their game plan was defensively coming in, that needs to change. Can't let a team shoot for a percentage in the high 50s and expect to come out on top. It's on the coaches and the players to adjust.
Kenny, let's get your insight on the Timberwolves.
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
The Brooklyn Museum, just one of the many places to visit here in this famous borough of New York City. Welcome back, folks. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball, and throughout that first half, he dominated.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. And it's Covington in at the 3.
Hollis Jefferson fears no one, Kevin. It's incredible watching him outwork people in the paint.
Russell against Teague. Passes it to Towns. It's Covington on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark. The Nets with the lead. And Doris, the Wolves, a lot of promise, but how do they deliver?
I think Tom Thibodeau says it best, Kevin. It's the little things. The magic is actually in the work you put in every day. No shortcuts, no easy way out. There's a price to be paid for winning in the NBA.
Here's Russell. Good for his 6th make and a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Well, to me, this is where D'Angelo Russell distinguishes himself. He understands that when he can score it, he's going to be aggressive.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Teague surveying the D. Puts up a 3. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Covington with the steal. Pass to Teague. Right through the D for the layup. Teague's got his second bucket.
Kev, that's just toughness on display from Jeff Teague. He's scoring despite taking some pretty big-time contact.
And stolen by Jeff Teague. And now here comes Teague leading the break. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Covington's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves. Brooklyn's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Here's Russell on the pass to Dinwiddie for the 3. The rebound by Gibson. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Towns at the elbow. It's Covington on the wing. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Wasted no time on that one. Now it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead. Teague's gone 3 of 5 shooting from the floor. Here's LeVert, defended by Covington. Teardrop shot. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 12 in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now here's Wiggins. He's guarded closely. Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 4 assists in the game. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. There's the dish to Russell. Down low. Passes to Hollis Jefferson. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Ed Davis is checked in for Allen. Jang, he's checked in for Minnesota. Shot clock at 3. Deep 2 from Russell. Misses off the left iron.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Covington with the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Nets trail by 7. Pass to LeVert. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Karis LeVert's a crafty player. This is a guy who knows how to get shots over the interior defense.
Karis LeVert, a player who executives knew had potential, Doris, but they were scared away on draft day.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, the 3 foot surgeries early in the career had a toll on that. But let's remember, the Nets took a chance, and he has more than shown with the ceiling he has what a good decision that was.
One shot, on the lead.
Well, the Timberwolves last year finally broke through that 14-year playoff drought, but they made it very clear that's not enough. This is a team with much bigger aspirations.
Back to Teague. Tries a 3. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Toronto. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, the Nets. Right now, quite a ways down below.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
And with one eye already on the offseason, I would guess they start tinkering with lineups, different personnel combinations as this season wraps up. That way they can start forming a plan for the future.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Brooklyn. Davis inside. Jang defending. Just 4 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And let's quickly take a look at some stats for Teague. His last 10 games, 11th in free throw percentage. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And he deserves credit for knocking down such a high percentage of his free throws. It's not a glamour part of the game, but incredibly important nonetheless. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And here's Jang, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Count that bucket. That's 12 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Now, Karl Anthony Towns reading the situation and finding an opportunity in the mid-range.
Dinwiddie passes to Dudley. He dishes it to Russell. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
You can see the assertiveness right now of D'Angelo Russell. He welcomes the contact and powers and plays right through it. Think about this. In his first season away from the Lakers last year, D'Angelo Russell seemed to be a much more confident player. Looked like the #2 overall pick we expected coming out in 2015.
Napier, he's checked in for Dinwiddie.
One shot, behind the lane.
Free throw good, Russell. And Russell missing a lot of time before the midway point last year with a knee injury.
Well, I think he knew that he would be called upon to lead the team with his scoring and playmaking ability, and he really stepped up to the challenge. Amazing what a change of scenery can do for a guy. Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Outside, Russell. Back to Napier. From deep three-point range, Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Jones looking for an opening. Kicks it to Towns. It's Covington on the wing.
How about Karl Anthony Towns, guys? At the age of 11, guess how tall he was? 6'3". So it was his goal to develop a complete skill set all the way back then. Boy, how about that? Ahead of the game in terms of the NBA.
Two shots.
And the first one drops.
Well, he spent 1 year in college at Kentucky, yet Karl Anthony Towns has made such a smooth transition to the NBA. His ascension, guys, has been really remarkable.
The Nets making a switch here. Carroll's checked in. Sharch is checked in for Minnesota. Rose comes in for Teague. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Boy, his free throw shooting has been on the mark tonight. Nothing new there, right?
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
I mean, he continues to burn them with his scoring. The coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
Let's have a look at some league leaders from the last 10 games. Here are the highest scoring point guards in the NBA during that time. Fifth is D'Angelo Russell.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
You know, they truly are. Whether it's one-on-one situations or staying within that team framework, that is a gifted group offensively. And, you know, you said it. Their ability to put up big points from the one guard spot is what really sets them apart.
The Nets have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
That free throw, no good.
To me, Karis LeVert has tons of upside. This is a 6'7" guard with an outstanding skill set.
And the second free throw, good. Or is this Brooklyn team, they've been playing more up-tempo the past few seasons.
Well, this is a team that has been amongst the highest-paced teams in the league the last few years. They have a roster that excels, Kevin, in open space. And you have to, as a fan, I think, appreciate the style of play.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Karl Anthony Towns takes the hit, gets the whistle.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%? And Karl Anthony Towns, one of the most prolific three-point shooters in the league, at least top 3 amongst all 7-footers, and his three-point percentage elite as well, over 40%.
And Towns said he'd emulate Kevin Durant as a kid playing on the perimeter at Kentucky. Cal made him play inside, work in the post, and use his size.
So going back to his roots with his three-point shooting, the association experiencing a three-point renaissance, and he really does fit the mold.
Nets trail by 10. Now, here is Russell. 17 points in the game. Over in the corner, Dudley. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Outside Rose. Down low. Towns with the bucket. Towns has got 18 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Russell passes to LeVert. Inside, Towns with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Saric against Carroll. The shot by Saric, no good.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Minnesota leading by 9. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Year after year, the Timberwolves have the NBA's most grueling travel schedule. A lot of miles to cover in the West.
Kevin, if you add up their flights in a season, they could circle the globe more than twice. And let's remember, there's no frequent flyer miles here either.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And the Nets making a change here. Harris is checked in. Timberwolves also changing it up. Luol Deng is checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Jones. Saric nails them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Rose against Russell. And there's the pass to LeVert. Out to Russell. Shot clock at 6. Left side Harris. Over Saric. That's tipped. Rose against Russell. There's the lob to the hoop. And finished off by Jang.
That's a terrific catch by Zhang and knew exactly what to do with it.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Here's LeVert, covered by Wiggins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And now a look at DeMarre Carroll. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
And he makes the first. Second free throw, no good. Gorgui Dieng, the 21st pick in 2013 out of Louisville. He's more than lived up to that selection.
Well, let's remember, this is a national champion we're talking about. The Louisville Cardinals won it with him anchoring them defensively. He's also shown a nice shooting touch in the mid-range game in the professional leagues. But I think it's his defense that still remains the strength of his game.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Down by 15. Nets passing it around. Here's Davis. And the rejection by Dieng. Davis kicks to Russell. 5 on the clock. Gets an open look and hits. Russell's got 7 points for the quarter.
An aggressive pick-and-roll player is D'Angelo Russell, and you can see he's just starting to figure it all out, guys.
Dieng high post. Saric outside. And it's Dieng in the corner. Trying to get open is Dieng. That's good from Dieng on the assist by Saric. Dieng's got 5.
Yeah, and you got to run Dieng off that three-point line. He's superb at knocking down the triple thanks to that fast release.
And Davis gets it to go.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Rose surveying the D. He kicks it to Wiggins. Feeds to Sharge. Shoots from the line. It's hauled in by Harris.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
It's good. That's 7 points for Ed Davis.
That's a nice little outside-in play right there. Good feed into the post and a solid finish.
Wiggins outside. Sharge outside. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Allen's checked in for Davis. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. Minnesota also with the sub. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Dinwiddie kicks to Russell. Pass to Dinwiddie. Fires the 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sharge. The story from beyond the arc. Here's who's leading in that category across the NBA. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Dang. Lobbed up there for Gibson. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Well, that's an example of 2 teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Harris. Nets trail by 15. To the paint. Here's Dinwiddie, and it's blocked by Dang. They get it back. Minnesota's got more than a 50% success rate on their 3-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Wiggins stripped away. Here's Dinwiddie. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
You love that they're making their presence felt on the defensive end. You can't afford to be careless with this team.
Carroll up top. Dishes it to Dinwiddie.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
Out to the wing. Left side Rose. And it's sent back by Russell. And he recovers it. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Timberwolves lead by 15. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Timberwolves leading by 15. Carroll is the 3 with Hollis-Jefferson at the 4. Then there's Allen. Then it's Russell. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Sharge finds Dang. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bangs home the trifecta. 18 points for Andrew Wiggins.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And there's the feed to Allen. Rose against Russell. Passes it to Carroll. Takes the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
And it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Carroll against Dang. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Sharch.
But Kevin, driving with that kind of force allows Carroll to be effective. Let's remember, DeMarre Carroll has been around a long time in the NBA. This guy is a tough defender, and his offense had taken a step back the last few seasons, but last year took on a much greater role and was a big-time locker room presence.
One shot. One shot.
And with Carroll, he gives you what most teams want with his defense and or his versatility.
Right, very strong 3-and-D type player. He is a little bit limited elsewhere offensively, but he's a veteran presence who you know will affect the box score.
Here's Wiggins. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
A good score inside for a three-man. I mean, Wiggins can beat you with his back to the basket or facing up.
Hollis Jefferson, good.
Boy, nice team basketball being played right there. You see the open man and you deliver the ball right away.
Now here's Wiggins. He's covered closely. Gibson against Carroll. On the wing, Wiggins. He had stolen by Carroll. Pass to Russell. Back to Carroll. 6 on the shot clock. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Allen slams it in.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. T kicks to Wiggins. Sharch right side. Back to Wiggins. There's the pass to Sharch. Buries it down low. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
I love this approach. Despite the lead, still attacking, adding fuel to the fire.
They are absolutely relentless right now, Greg. There's no end in sight. They are going for it.
Timeout called, the Nets. Minnesota making a switch here. Towns is checked in. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Russell inside. Teague covering. Russell passes to Hollis Jefferson. Carroll kicks to Russell. From 20 feet out. And it's good for 2. Russell's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Wow, what a smooth-looking jumper. Russell right now showing he's confident and comfortable from any spot on the floor.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to Allen. Here's Hollis Jefferson. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Covington's shot is off.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Carroll, no one around him. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 6 assists in the game. Timberwolves leading by 13. Teague kicks to Towns. Back to Teague. Trying his luck deep. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got 4 rebounds in this game. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his 4th foul of the contest. The Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Pass to Carroll. 3-pointer. Kept alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
But how about the persistence from Hollis Jefferson? He's keeping possessions alive with his activity.
Russell against Teague. Kicks it to Towns. Right side Gibson. To the inside. Here's Teague. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
And here are the Nets. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Back to Russell. Wiggins knocks it loose.
Well, using every bit of that 7-foot wingspan, Wiggins airmailing it back.
And the shot goes in. And that's now 20 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
The shot by Carroll, no good. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Basket, good. And that's 10 points for Teague.
I'll tell you, how about a high percentage opportunity from Jeff Teague? As a scorer, you love to get those easy ones.
Dinwiddie dishes to Russell. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
LeVert's checked in for the Nets. Pass to Dinwiddie. Just 5 to shoot. And Gibson sends it back.
Boy, Gibson's so good at timing these rejections. Twice on the pipes from Taj.
Teague against Russell. Out to the right wing. And here's Covington from the arc. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Hollis Jefferson's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And that's going to be his 5th, guys. One more and he's done.
And he knocks down the first one. Look at the state of the game. International leagues getting better and better, Doris. There's no doubt about it. We see it at Olympic times and during FIBA play in between. We see a lot of NBA players who have spent time abroad, and I think they come back better.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, Kevin. I think wherever you can hone your craft and do it in a competitive environment where winning and losing is at stake on a nightly basis, it has so many opportunities for learning and growth. So, okay, I can't turn it over 5 times in a competitive environment, regardless of what league I'm playing in, because that's to the detriment of my team. If I'm lazy on the defensive end, I'm going to get exposed by good offensive players. To me, Kev, I love any time there's competitive basketball being played. I want to watch it.
Love that answer. Nets trail by 16. Here's Dinwiddie. The pass to LeVert. He kicks to Russell. Pass to Dinwiddie. From deep. It doesn't go for him. Wiggins with some nice D.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. And watching Robert Covington and how he plays out there, great 3-and-D guy, the ultimate role player on a team, and he just gels well with his teammates and doesn't force shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Covington. And Greg, with Covington, he makes a point with his game to take what the defense gives him.
And sometimes that means Covington will go nights where he shoots very little. He's okay with that. He's focused on efficiency and making the best decision for the team. Only cares about wins and a true team player.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Knocked loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins. Here's Dinwiddie, covered by Wiggins. Dinwiddie kicks to Allen. Outside, Russell, the 3 ball. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Left side, Towns. He feeds it to Gibson. Stolen by Allen. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's it for him. He's fouled out. Now we'll go to the line for 2.
And guys, at this point, just a side note, they've got this one sewn up. He's probably headed to the bench one way or the other.
Gorgie Dangs checked in for the Timberwolves. Wiggins surveying the floor. Jang finds Wiggins. To the middle. Here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
Nets trail by 15. Here's Russell. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Russell's got 26 points.
Boy, he's carried his share of the load tonight, Kev. But he might need to carry even more if they're going to turn this thing around.
Passes it to Jang. Back to Wiggins. Off target with his 3. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Derrick Rose is checked in for Jeff Teague. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Timberwolves leading by 13. It's Covington on the wing. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11. And Brooklyn has possession. Here's Dinwiddie. A floater. Pass to LeVert from downtown. No good. And Minnesota now the other way.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Because sometimes Wiggins better off when he doesn't have to put the ball on the deck.
Rose against Russell. Here's LeVert. Over Jang. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. He's got 20.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
To the paint. It's deflected. Gibson passes to Wiggins. And Zhang kicks to Wiggins. Rebound, Brooklyn. Davis has got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's the floater. Yep, that one goes.
Well, this guy has got tremendous potential as a passer. Spencer Dinwiddie, very aware he's got to distribute the basketball.
Wiggins drives in. Nets trail by 15. Down low. Here's Dinwiddie. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 6 assists now in the game.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie can make an impact in the painted area. He's got size at the position.
1:53 left in the 4th quarter. On the wing, Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. Unloads from 13. And he hits the jumper for 2. 17 points for Taj Gibson.
Well, you love to watch Taj Gibson start to cook on the offensive end. Right now, just playing to his strength.
Davis against Gibson. Davis dishes to Dinwiddie. Feeds it to Allen. And he banks in the layup. Allen's got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, what great body control you saw there. Laying it up and in despite having the defense draped all over him.
Wiggins outside. Kicks to Gibson. And the pass to Jang. Here's Rose. Trying to get open as Gibson. Rose, no good.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Timberwolves.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Andrew Wiggins.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Timeout called the Nets. They're down by 13. There's 42 seconds left in the game. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Andrew Wiggins.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
They increased his role tonight after dropping their last game, and the move paid off. He's been the best player on the court by far, and now they don't have to worry about a losing streak. Joe Harris, a guy that bounced back between the G League, Doris, and the NBA his first few seasons.
Right, Joe Harris has thrived fitting into a shooting role with this team, and credit Coach Kenny Atkinson for saying, listen, model yourself after Kyle Korver.
Jones with it. Over to the left wing. Left side, Saric. Shoots over Dudley. Saric, that's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
Here's Napier. And he overshot that one, missing.
Now, great look on that, just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he looked like he forced that a little bit. Just needs to take his time. Got to make these shots right now.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.